पूछन ही नहीं। यहाँ तो बोलते कुछ है पर मतलब कुछ और निकलता है। एक एक शब्द के चार चार मतलब। ऐसे मुंडी हिलाओ और बोलो अच्छा है अच्छा है, मतलब सब ठीक ठाक है, वेरी गुड। आंख बड़ी करके बोलो अच्छा है तो मतलब साफ में है। तुम्हारी अम्मा का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, अच्छा साफ। फिर गुस्सा आता है तो आवाज लोड हो जाती है, अच्छा हमको सिखा रिया है, अच्छा। और जब सोचते हैं तो लंबा वाला अच्छा। अच्छा, शब्द के साथ साथ एक्सप्रेशन पर भी ध्यान देना पड़ता है, तब जाके बात समझ में आती है ससुरी। बहुत है कंफ्यूजन है, पूरा 6 घंटा लगा हमको भोजपुरी सीखने में।
Professor Anya Sharma stood before her class. Good morning. Today, we are going to explore deconstruction. Sounds complicated, right? But don't worry. To make sense of it, we'll use a film many of us know, PK. Rohan, in the front row, smiled. Deconstruction isn't about destruction, Anya explained. It's about understanding that the words making up our world aren't solid like rocks. Language is more like a river, always flowing and changing. Let's start with an older idea called structuralism, Anya said. It suggests a word or signifier points to a single, stable meaning or signified. Think about when PK first learns a word. He's told acha means good or okay. She drew on the board acha to a thumbs up, good. For a structuralist, the connection is direct. The word has a right number. But then PK gets very confused, Anya laughed. He hears acha as a question, acha as a surprise, acha as sarcasm. The same word, but the meaning keeps changing. She added more arrows to the board. Deconstruction begins here. It challenges the right number idea. If one word can mean so many things, what is its real meaning? Anya pointed to a photo on the projector. The thinker who pushed this idea forward was Jacques Derrida. Anya said, Derrida was a French philosopher who questioned the foundation of Western thought, which he called logocentrism. He argued we always search for a stable center, a right number, God, truth, reason. But language itself prevents us from ever finding one. Derrida said that language is an endless chain of signifiers. A word doesn't lead us to a final meaning, but to other words. For PK, the word God didn't lead to one being. Let's look at a powerful example of deconstruction. On the board, we have a simple sentence, a woman without her man is nothing. At first glance, this seems to be a straightforward, albeit sexist, statement. It suggests that a woman's value is entirely dependent on her relationship with a man. But watch what happens when we simply change the punctuation. With a slight shift, we can deconstruct its original meaning and reveal a new, completely opposite one. Now, the sentence reads, a woman, without her, a man is nothing. The meaning has completely flipped. This simple act of deconstruction shows us that the meaning of the original sentence wasn't fixed in the words themselves. It was an invisible hierarchy hiding in the structure of the language, which we were able to expose just by changing a few marks. Meaning is always postponed or deferred, and it's only formed by its difference from other words. Derrida called this play difference dot. Our language organizes the world into opposites, Anya explained. Man versus woman, good versus evil. We call these binary opposites. But in society, one term is always seen as better or privileged. Deconstruction helps us spot these hidden hierarchies in our language. Rohan raised his hand. But aren't they just opposites? Excellent question, Anya said. Deconstruction shows they aren't so separate. The privileged term actually depends on the unprivileged one for its meaning. Just as PK showed that God's managers needed people's fear to run their business, the idea of a believer can't exist without the atheist. If our world is built from these chains of words, what does that say about us? Anya post. It means the idea of a single, stable self or identity is an illusion. We are multiple. We are a collection of conflicting stories we've learned from our culture. Each of us is a text, constantly being rewritten. So how do we use this? A deconstructionist, like PK himself, looks for the contradictions, Anya said, showing a photo of critic Paul Dayman. Critics like Dayman showed that texts often contradict themselves. PK questioned the terms and conditions of religion. He showed that the text of religion was an undecidable field of conflicting meanings. So have we destroyed meaning? Anya asked, looking directly at Rohan. He shook his head, a slow smile of understanding spreading across his face. No, he said. We are seeing how meaning is made. Exactly, Anya concluded. Deconstruction is a critical tool. It's a way to see the invisible structures in our world, to question the wrong numbers, and perhaps to think a little more freely.